Hello and welcome to another modern gameplay video by Ready Made Gaming. Today we have myself on blue-green Infect versus Joe on green-red Ponza. Joe's opening hand on the play. He's on a mulligan to 5 as a Bloodbraid Elf, a Utopia Sprawl, a Forest, a Wooded Foothills, and a Stomping Ground. I will be on the draw on a mulligan to 6 with a Mutagenic Growth, a Windswept Heath, Wooded Foothills, Blighted Agent, Glistener Elf, and a Distortion Strike. Joe will lead off on a Wooded Foothills, immediately sacrificing it to go get a beautiful Unlimited Forest. I really love those cards. The original versions of the basic lands are really just where it's at. There's a Utopia Sprawl from Joe, enchanting his wonderful forests, naming red. I will lead on a Windswept Heath and a Glistener Elf, which is surely horrifying. You'll see me take more plays and generally take more time with my plays playing Infect. It's a combo deck. I don't usually play combo decks, especially not all-in combo decks like this. And the sequencing is very specific, very impactful, and very much worth getting right. If you heard a sipping sound, that was just booze going into a coffee cup. There's a Seasoned Pyromancer for Joe. He's going to play a Stomping Ground on taps, paying the 2 life. The Seasoned Pyromancer will discard another Forest and a Bloodbraid Elf, creating an Elemental token and drawing him 2 cards. So we'll get the token here for Joe. And as I was saying, Infect is a very sequence-heavy deck. It's soft to a number of things, but the thing that I think that this deck might lose to most frequently is just user error. I try to not make too many mistakes when I play Magic, or really when I do anything else. But specifically, there's a focus on it when I play Magic. And this deck is unforgiving. If you screw up, you generally lose. And sometimes you just lose on the spot. So I'll draw for my turn, play a Breeding Pool untapped, paying the life. Where do we go from here? We go to Might of Old Crows in the main phase, giving a +4/+4. We go to Distortion Strike, giving a +1/+0 and unblockable. Kraken for 6, unblockable at this point. And I play a Mutagenic Growth. I actually think this is a misplay, and I'm glad I didn't lose right away because of it, because it opens me up to losing to Stomp, the spell half of the Adventure Giant, Bone Crusher Giant. It also doesn't change the circumstance in any meaningful way. He's at 8 Infect now, where he would be at 6, and I would have a Mutagenic Growth with a rebounding Distortion Strike, but it also gives me cover for a card that I don't currently have cover for, which is that Stomp. I still lose to Lightning Bolt, obviously, which is, whatevs. Kind of comes with the territory here. So here's a Bloodbraid Elf into a Pillage to destroy my Breeding Pool. This does not matter. I have lethal on board with a rebounding Distortion Strike. Joe is valiantly playing it out here. Maybe I'll miss it. I see it. I see the line. Point my thing at my guy and turn it sideways. All right, so that'll be the 10th point of Infect there. We'll move to sideboarding here in a moment. Generally with combo decks, I want to sideboard light. So I think you'll see that here. I will bring out 2 Spellskites and a Dryad Arbor for a Teferi Time Raveler and 2 Nature's Claims. Joe will bring out Blood Moon and Pillage for 2 Anger of the Gods. I really want to have answers to Blood Moon. I don't mind having Nature's Claim for Utopia Sprawl if it's a weird situation. Like if he leads on Arbor Elf and then plays the Utopia Sprawl, and then, maybe I can cut him off with some mana there. But I really just want ways to kill Blood Moon. So Joe's going to go first. He's on a forest, a stomping ground, pillage, anger of the gods, Clothis, and bone crusher. That's a lot of interaction. I'm on mutagenic growth, noble hierarch, blighted agent, 2 might of old Croso, windswept heath, and a scale up that I will mulligan to the bottom. This hand is ridiculous from my side. It's absolutely insane. If there's no interaction, it's a turn 3 kill. And even if the interaction is, not particularly meaningful, it might be a turn 3 kill anyway. So Joe's going to go Stomping Ground tapped. I will fetch Shock, Breeding Pool to create a Noble Hierarch. Joe will draw, play a Forest, and stomp my Hierarch on a Mutagenic Growth, which is potentially a questionable play, but in my opinion, I only had 1 land. I didn't know what I was drawing. And my only threat was a 2-drop, so I think it was pretty safe to just run that out there. Joe's going to play a Forest and cast a Bone Crusher Giant. So with the 2 mites in my hand with the Exalted trigger, Joe is dead here. We'll play the Pendlehaven, pump the guy, try to draw out something, double might, and infect him out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and check out some more videos.